Kirk, you're on. You're live.
I'm muted. Greetings, Sports DTM fans, and welcome to the post-match review. The Jamaica match between them and the United States ended 4-1 in favor of United States. Analyst, what's your initial thought on this result? Brandon.
I saw it coming. I actually told my other friends that this game would have been a blown out for the United States. Tapa was set up to fail. These players playing together for the first time, but I think a coach of his expertise, he should have done a better job defensively, since it's a more defensive heavy group of players that was picked for this game. I would say tactically, he got it wrong, and it showed in the results.
And just before I bring in the others, that's Brandon Silvera, one of our fans who is back with us. So welcome again, Brandon. Adrian, possession, the stats never looked like Jamaica was in with a chance at all. 68% possession. Jamaica had the ball 32% at the time.
Well, Kurt, yes, even again, viewers, just to note that the possession demonstrated was in charge of the game. The United States controlled the tempo of the game, the pace of the game, the possession that was there. Earlier on, it had looked like Jamaica had a chance in when we pulled back a goal. But then it just all came tumbling down. Eventually, it caught up with Jamaica. And as such, we knew that the floodgates were going to open and players started to lapse and goals started to get let in. And I think we're a bit lucky not to even concede even more goals under the circumstances.
Raymond, talking about possession, United States played a more passing game, 518 passes compared to Jamaica, who made a few less, 204. How did that impact the game for you?
Yeah, it impacted the game big time. The thing is, watching them play, you should realize one thing. All of them were comfortable on the ball. Comfortable dribbling it, handling it, passing it to each other and stuff like that, and the movement was good. So with all of that put together and a team that lacks chemistry and cohesion in some parts, you'll be picked apart easily. And so that's what we saw. Some persons being, just, and I wouldn't say they didn't carry out their duty, but it's because of lack of chemistry and even fitness with some of them. It played a part.
Okay, and fans, those who are watching, if you're interested in being part of the panel, the link is provided in the comment section below. So just indicate that you want to be a part and the producer will let you in. Eddie, your initial thoughts? Jamaica disappointed?
Yeah, very disappointing performance from the Reggae Boys. We all knew coming into this game it would be a difficult game. We got our hopes up, especially in the first 15 minutes of the game where we created a few chances and we kind of looked good on the ball and looked good on the counter. But as the game progressed, the USA got stronger and stronger, and they dominated the ball and they created much more chances than us. So at the end, we kind of see it coming, but the 4 was kind of flattening. I didn't think we were 4-1. This didn't look like a 4-1 game, I should say. I predicted 2-0. I believe we could have get somewhere closer to that scoreline, but the 4 was way out of hand.
Okay, Ricky, based on your prediction, Jamaica overachieved for you. Ricky?
Well, yeah. Of course, I predicted a 9. I was expecting a flogging, but As I said, them overachieve and they score one. That's a plus. The game was kind of, USA kind of play. I don't know if it was Jamaica that was playing good or USA just not playing their game, but it's sometime in the game USA just look lackluster. And they never have that venom you expected them to have. I expected them to have.
Ricky, let me help you out why the hands are full. The fact is that the USA were on a pedestrian stroll. They were not pushed to the limit. We tried at some point in time, but at the end of the day, they were just not in. They just weren't required to move into 4 and 5 gear. And if they were pushed, they would have.
Tigat, your initial thoughts? And we're seeing the comments in this section below. Ian is saying that United States can beat a full strength Jamaican team. Unfortunately, Ian will never get the opportunity to see the full strength Jamaica team. Brandon, talk to me about who impressed you. Give us some positive. Who impressed you?
Who impressed me the most? Andre Gray. The reason why I said that, he was good in moments. His hold-up play was very good. I gotta give him that. He's known for that. He did his job. He created an assist. But the team set up for him to fail. Reason why I say that, there was no creativity in the field. In the first 20 to 35 minutes, Jamaica got outplayed on their right side. Ricardo Morris was ineffective. Adrian Mariappa ineffective. Sergio Best had a field day on that left side, on Jamaica's right side, the whole first half. As a result of him scoring that goal. I think that goal was savable from Jaden White. Jaden White performance could have been better, but bear in mind it is his first start in the senior national team, and also he had no help in front of him.
Kid got thrown out in the deep.
And then in the second,
Brandon.
I agree
the kid
totally.
got thrown out in the deep.
And then the second half, I saw that Tapa saw that Ricardo Morris was ineffective on the right side, but Tapa lack of coaching experience or coaching knowledge didn't help him out to bail him out of the situation. He put on Omar Holness, who is a central midfielder, more attacking or a box-to-box midfielder, to put on the right side. I don't know if Tapa was trying to have him play out there because he's more technical than Ricardo Morris, but you cannot put one of the best ball handlers in the team, in my opinion, in that squad, out on the right side. You're setting up to fail. And then Mariappa, who's a veteran in the national program and in the Premier League, he looked lost off the paces of Sergio Best. Sergio Best was on a field day on that right hand side.
I'm not sure if any of the other analysts agree with Brandon that Andre Gray was impressive. Adrian?
Go again, Kurt. Line broke a little.
You agreed with Brandon that Gray was impressive?
On which side of the field? On which side of the field?
Right. The only
I wouldn't say impressive, but
I don't see where him impressed. He
stood out. According to Brandon, Gray stood out.
Gray?
Gray, yeah.
Well, I don't know about that.
Low stood out.
Low was okay. I think the one who stood out until it just went downhill was basically the central defender.
More.
Until
Liam Moore.
Until the latter part when we actually started to go down more. I can't tell you who did not stood out, but I'll leave that for another time right now.
Gray had an assist, though.
And that's at least pretty good. There's a silver lining there.
Yeah, I remember. Nilal Gray missed a good chance, when he was
Right.
put through by Mariapa. He missed
That
a
wasn't
good
good.
chance. So, but he got
But
an
well,
assist. Yeah, Gray got a
looking back
chance
at the
early out.
looking back at the lineup.
Yes, he did.
Looking back at the lineup with Morris playing as a centre forward. Good choice by Tapper.
No,
Ray.
A trick question?
definitely not.
No, ineffective in a most part. Very ineffective. I was not even certain why and what we had expected from him. Remember, we had actually said that Gray was supposed to be up there and for hold up the ball and stuff like that, but that wasn't the case. So I didn't see, it was very ineffective for me. So for the first parts of the game, absent, and the person that had to shoulder that it was Casey and Low at Gray in a sense.
And Low.
I agree with you, Dwight. I agree with you.
What's that,
Our
Brookie?
left side had to do the bulk of the
I
work.
seen Dwight putting in some good comment in terms of the solid players. I agree with him so far.
Yeah, fuck Dwight, fuck.
So we're going to go to the comments section shortly. Yeah, but Ian is saying that US can beat a full strength Jamaican team. Agree? Brandon?
It all depends on what we classify as a full strength Jamaica team, and also who's coaching that Jamaican team as well.
Brandon, you're breaking up. I'm sure you're not on flow.
No, I actually have Xfinity as my Wi-Fi provider. You know.
That tells the people overseas breaking up too.
And Larkin is saying, I think it is time that JFF needs a new president, etc. Who should be the president, Larkin? Just tell me who should be the president. I mean, there's management issue and we know that, but who do you think should be the president? Tata said that Tapa did nothing. What that mean? Oh, nothing wrong. Tapa did nothing wrong. Brandon, you agree with that?
I disagree. Tapa could have done a better defensive, set them up better defensively. Ricardo Morris was ineffective in my opinion. You know, I didn't think he offered nothing for the first 45 minutes. Like I said, Best was having a field day on the Jamaican right hand side. You know, if you could see, Pulisic came off at halftime, and even in the second half, Best was still having a field day, but it forced him to go inside more because Omar Holness came on and kind of plugged that gap on Sergio Best. You know, the number 10 for Jamaica, I can't remember his name. I thought he was
Casey.
ineffective as
Casey was playing at number 10. Casey
was
Palmer.
playing
Straight from
Yes,
the
the
passport
number-
office to the team.
Yes, that guy. I think he was ineffective as well too. He had no creativity in him.
Here we go.
And I think again, he had no creativity. If you're gonna play
Really?
behind Andre Gray, you need to fit. Yes, well, that's my opinion. You know,
Go ahead,
I
Brandon.
think
He
has
fed
no
Morris with a
creativity.
wonderful ball in the first half.
What's that?
I would have said that. I wouldn't have said that.
That
Because he
was
played a ball
Jamal
through
Lowe,
to
Eddie.
Morris in the first half.
That was Jamal Lowe.
That was Jamal Lowe?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
sure?
man, so
Yeah, it was
Come
not
on.
him.
talk up the thing, Brandon.
Yeah,
Talk
it
up-
was.
I guess
Casey-
Brandon is right then.
Casey,
I guess Brandon is right
Casey,
then.
no, hold on. Before
But
you say that though, Casey actually never lose a lot of the ball. In fact, he draw a lot of foul and stuff like that.
Gra-
It's
So
a lot of
yeah,
you
fouls.
know,
Yeah.
Moon, yeah. So Moon
but,
say it was totally ineffective. Him
yeah,
created
but
some
Brandon
breathing
is
space for
saying,
the
Brandon is
defense.
saying, Brandon is saying you're
Yeah,
solid,
and
but if you
it
have to
tried to
hold on
move
to him
forward
number
with the
10,
ball.
But what Brandon is saying, you're solid, but if you have to hold on to my number 10 shirt, you have to go come like I'm gonna give you a wicked.
Oh, you're going there?
I
You're
agree
going there.
totally. You have to.
Yeah.
Yes, I totally agree. If you're gonna come to Jamaica and take that number 10 shirt, you have to have that creative spark in you, especially with the players behind you that are very defensive. You get what I'm saying? You need to have some creative spark in you. Like you mentioned Maggie. Maggie is very, very talented. And even in a game like this, in the Jamaica team, you need a player like Devon Williams to be playing beside Michael Hector. The guy who was playing beside Michael Hector was ineffective as well, in my opinion. Why Jamaica cannot, with those players that Jamaica have in today's game, they will never outpossess no other team, no other of the big teams in CONCACAF,
In
which are the
CONCACAF.
USA, yes, which are USA, Costa Rica, Mexico, and even Haiti. The group of players Haiti have now will definitely be the Jamaica team that played today.
Yeah, what could Tapa do differently, Ray? Is me pause or is Ray pause? Can you hear me, Brandon?
Yeah, man.
Emma, we're in a good third.
What could Tapa do differently, Rocky?
Boy, with the crap that he had, pretty much, if I would him, I would have played I'd have part the bus more. Yeah, I mean, he literally got thrown in the deep end as well with a squad that he didn't pick, he didn't bargain for. And the only way to get out of this, I know people don't like it, but you had to play a 6-3-1 formation, which pretty much you sit back and hope for the counter because anything else you were going to get either 4 or 5 or 6 because you simply don't have the team playing and you simply don't have the type of expansion, the team not there to gel. So guess what happened? I know you don't like it. I know it never looked good, but if you looked up our last video on the bus, you had to park the bus. That was the tactic, and it looked like starting out they were to do that. But then eventually, the players which are unfit, the players who have not gelled together, the players who have not played together, it was going to show up, and it eventually caught up with us, and that's why we got down by 4 goals to 1.
But apparently that was the strategy though, Adrian. The
It
part the
starts,
bus and the first goal was scored from a long range.
and
But
then we
hold on, Kurt.
decided to
Kurt,
expand.
hold on. All right, I'm gonna throw a panel out to everyone. A question out to everyone. We said we're gonna go park the bus, right? And
Yeah.
players are not match fit. But yet still you start Ricardo Morris, who's been playing in the Jamaican Premier League and has not played a
Exactly.
game in over a year. And you're gonna start a
And
player like that. Come on,
and
Tapa, you have to do better.
Isaac's in the midfield
You
as
have to
well.
do better.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, you have to do better. And Tapa have to take some of the blame as well too.
Yeah, but
There's no way you're gonna start a player who hasn't played a game in over a year. Meanwhile, you have players on the bench who are playing week in, week out in a higher level.
but
You
who?
know?
But Brandon, who would you put in that position?
Mhm.
Because the other players
Yeah,
in that
Who would
position
I
are
put in that
local
position?
players.
Tiga
Unless you're
told you
going
what
to
to
put
do,
a
you know.
more beside
Tiga,
Hector.
yeah, but Tiga told you what to do, you know.
Yeah, you have to go
Tiga's
local.
formula.
You have to go local.
Tiga's formula was
No,
quite simple.
you uh-huh.
Yeah, Tiga's formula was
Unless
quite
you're going to
simple.
put a UK player out of
You're gonna
position.
have to play a player out of position, one of your central defenders, your centre back, to
Yeah,
actually clog up the middle right there. That was all that was needed.
exactly.
You didn't have a choice, which has come back to my point.
Of
Yeah,
course.
That
Tapa didn't want to do
But
that,
6-3-1.
hold on,
so he went
we just
local.
said hold on, we just said that you have to play out of position. During the game, Taylor Twellman said that the problem Greg Berhalter is having now is being able to play players in their suitable position. All right. What position does Best play for Barcelona?
You mean Dest? Yeah, man, Dest. He's a right back, but all of a sudden he's on the left side, killing Mariappa.
Thank you. My point exactly.
Brother, they
Kurt,
can
If
play
you're
both
gonna
right
play
and
for the
left.
national team, you should be
Kurt,
able to be comfortable to play out of position.
we have a fan on
Bro,
Kevin.
We have
yeah, make a me
we have
Kevin.
Kevin. We have Kevin
Welcome,
here.
Kevin.
Go ahead,
Big up.
Kevin.
gentlemen. Listen, this can play both left back and right. You know, you have to understand. US team is versatile as it relates to their defense.
Mhm.
So even though he played right back with Barcelona, he also can play on the left. And we see it today.
So Kevin, based on that fact, what could Tapa have done differently to counter that versatility?
What all right. My biggest mistake for me today, I think Hector should have fouled this when him passing. For the first goal.
Exactly.
JD
I
White
said
could have
that
done
too.
better. But we
I said
understand
that too.
that this is what we have to work with, and he was the best goalkeeper. But I think JD White could have done better. But I think Michael Hector blundered because he should have put that player down.
Do you really think
Yeah,
he's
man,
best
put out your
goalkeeper out
foot.
of the three?
Push out your foot.
Hey, this
Understand?
is hearing the Kevin, but this is Michael Ekan. He has been doing this for a couple of years now. We know what we're getting.
That's the point.
Kevin, you really
That's the point.
think
And how
he's the
much
best goalkeeper out of the three?
So as Kevin mentioned, White could have done better. Brandon, as a goalkeeper coach, what could have White done differently in that scenario? Just for
First
that.
and foremost, White was too deep. He was too deep. He was too deep in his box. His positioning was way off. You know,
Yeah,
the moment you
I
saw
agree.
the moment you saw Sergino cutting inside, take one, take two, he even stutter step before he took that shot. As a goalkeeper, your positioning should be much at least 2 yards higher. You get what I'm saying? So that way, when you make that step with his left foot power step, and you go, you have enough range to put that upper hand to make that save easily. Very comfortable save. That should have been.
Pace matching, man.
If no, not pace. If it was Andre Blake or Amal Knight or even a Damian Miller, is it Dwayne Miller? That would have been a save easily.
Brandon, do you think his height has
That's why I said
something to play?
inexperience. I won't
What
give
about
him
his
for
height?
that.
No,
Did his height play a part in that goal?
That's why I said if his height has nothing to do with the goal. If
I don't
his
think it is high. I think he
positioning
was
bad. If he was
way
2
too off
yards,
his line in terms of to save that one.
We have another fan online, Grant.
Yeah.
And welcome, sir. Just want to go over to the comment section a little. Ferguson said that this was expected. I was not surprised. We had no chemistry, poor quality. We could not even pass 3 good passes. We did have a mid. We didn't. I'm assuming he said that we didn't have a midfield, or he's asking if we had a midfield because we never see none. Hope JFF pull up them socks. So midfield, Miss Grant, as you come in, midfield was our weakest area in this game,
I agree.
right?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like this team needed a deep line playmaker. You know, somebody to collect the ball from the defense, turn, pick out a more creative man. A man like Daniel Johnson was severely missed today.
And the last part of his comment says that him hope JFF pull up him socks. So I guess and another comment said that them hope JFF was watching. And what else would JFF be doing at this time but watching this game? Well, I'm assuming you meant that hope JFF is willing to pay the players who are missing, right? So we definitely miss those players, Adrian.
All right, Kurt. Let me put it this way: it is an experiment that has gone horribly wrong, and it required some simple negotiation and not the type of testosterone and hype that we saw going on. This team cannot continue to go forward in its current form, and there has to be change. And we're looking at the people at the
I don't think
JFF,
that I
and we're
disagree
gonna
with you. I don't think that
yeah, yeah, you got
this will go
but you're gonna give me the chance
forward.
to finish it. You're gonna give me the chance to finish
I
it.
would not
I'm
think
gonna give
this will
yeah,
go
man, we're going
forward as a team.
yeah, man, let me tell you how it goes. You're
You
gonna
have
get a
to
chance to respond.
understand.
You're gonna get
This is a friendly, and we were
yeah, man, but hear me, man. Hear me, no,
using
man.
this to look at new guys.
Yeah, but let me explain to you why. Let me explain to you why. We don't have a lot of FIFA windows going up to the Gold Cup as well as the World Cup. You can't be doing this type of experimenting and looking at players 3 months out. When Tapa Whitmore got this squad, he was pretty much shocked because we heard from the JFF president that this was not the team that was going to be playing come for the USA match. The negotiations were separate, and as such, the expectation was we'd have had a good mix of local overseas based players and English players in the squad for this match. You'd have got the chance to look at them, you'd have get the chance to gel, and then now, come afterwards now, you'd have start out the negotiations. This chaos that has occurred, right? It just should never have happened. It should not have happened. You can't just throw away players like that who have built a team over many years. And what's needed is for somebody to intervene to have a proper discussion between the two parties, and people have to come down off them high horses and be willing to actually do the right thing for Jamaica. So it's not the players alone; it's the players and the JFF have to come together to make it actually work.
It was Kevin. Kevin, you are the one who disagreed. If I go back to the comment section, Ian, big up yourself. I'm seeing your comment here. You said that Tapa did nothing wrong. He had too many local players. And
I feel like Tapa worked with the cards in dealt, you know. Was looking at it, you can't see no really what other team you could have put out there. You don't have much options in terms of midfielders, in terms of wingers. You need to have a lot of centre backs though, but I think he could have done something a bit different.
so him just had to use what him have.
Yeah.
Or start by being the one who select the players in the squad.
That too. I was wondering that, isn't Topper supposed to be the one that authorized and call up his squads?
in a normal squad, the coach should be the one who will look at the players and select the ones that fit the position or the type of play that they want. But in this scenario, it don't look like that's the case at all. Duade, welcome.
Greetings, everyone. Greetings.
Yeah, man, big
How
up.
you feel about the result?
Well, in terms of the results, I was looking at everybody's prediction before, right? If everybody who said draw was being optimistical, because when he evidently was optimistic about draw and win, it's somewhat of a blessing in disguise, right? Because I honestly feel like the new players, Tapa got the chance to take a good look at the new players, both the local ones who haven't been on the scene for about a year and the international one. Quite a few of them actually stood out and competing for them game now, because we don't really want to pressure nobody, but Taxi, I forgot to look forward for theme game, right?
Okay.
No. I disagree.
You disagree?
Yeah.
So it's a Taxi game comfortable same way?
Yes.
Ali,
There's one name that we're not calling,
Who that?
Who that, Rocky? Who that, Eddie?
Oh, Blake? No, man, it's Blake.
There's one name we're not calling, That Michael Hector fella.
Film conversation is a conversation by itself, a session by itself. So I'm not even going to touch
Definitely.
on. For Hector.
I agree with you doing, but going back to the comment section, I see some person saying that Hector was poor, right? And others saying that
But
Worse than
more and
poor.
pin up.
hasn't Hector been poor ever since he
Hector
put
has
on
been
Jamaica?
poor.
All right, Hector for me is that, when you have a Sunday ball game,
Exactly.
I have that person who not too good, but they are every match upon Sunday, so the team just eventually have to rate him and give him a game.
I'm faithful.
But when the
Or
ball
probably a
game
peak
actually
ball. Yeah.
when the ball game get hotter now, you have to kind of put him back on the bench because it'll get bigger than him. Me I hope say something like that progress. You see me? If he's a loyal servant, I have to give him that. But when the ball game get big, probably have to give him back a little bench spot for a little while. That's just my view on Hector.
So I see Lawless saying that we need to get Isaac Aiden in passport fast. So Lawless, you probably need to link Isaac Aiden and tell him to go process it. JFF said that he's interested in playing for Jamaica, so let's see. We definitely need a central midfield player of Isaac quality.
Both defensive midfielder couldn't pass. Not one out of the two of them could actually spring on top, because I realize you were speaking about Palmer and his effectiveness. When it is that the ball was supposed to release up there, poor passes. If the defenders intercept a ball, move it on to either one of the defensive midfield, that's where the pressure just came right back over and over again. Both we had two pivots and neither of them did a job. Two of them get walk out on a Sunday stroll.
Easily.
Yes,
Easily.
and Pulisic walk them.
I say Orlando is saying that every time Jamaica play poorly, when I blame Hector. He was the only person winning the ball and pressing high up the pitch. More
No, I didn't say
Hector,
that.
Gray, and Lowe did well.
Me that watch a different match. Different channel media
I didn't say that.
different service provider that give me my match.
Orlando said, "Don't blame Hector for everything." But Orlando, that is Ricky for you. He blame Hector for everything, and Hector not play.
No, you see the situation Hector now. Hector is playing for the national team because he loves the country and all that, but technically Hector is not ready. Hector is not ready, and anyone who knows me can tell you that I am anti-Hector playing for Jamaica. Hector is probably one of the worst English-based players I've seen put on a Jamaica shirt.
I'm not so harsh on him, but he's not the best. I'll just say he's not the best. But who's better there right now from the available list to us? We're not going to talk about Haydowood or Reach, but who's there to take Hector's game right now?
Devon Williams. Devon Speedy Williams need to be in the national team.
Speedy, I thought Speedy was more of an attacking player than a defensive-minded player from George's days.
Speedy. See, there's a thing. If you guys are watching Devon Williams over the years, for the past 4 years, Devon Williams have been playing the USL Championship with USL. With New York Red Bulls, Louisville, and Miami, respectively. Devon has been playing as a number 6 and as a number 8. Devon Williams has won the MVP for 2 out of those 4 years. He has the most passes 3 years straight as a center midfielder in the USL Championship. And he has covered the most ground in the USL Championship for the past 4 years as a center midfielder.
So why don't come out to USL and advance to MLS? If he's that good, why doesn't he advance to MLS?
Okay, there we go.
Baller.
Okay, and I'm going to answer that for you right now. Devon Williams, players like Devon Williams are not appreciated in the MLS. Why? Because MLS is the way MLS is set up now. It's all about the big, strong, and fast guy. Let's look at O'Neal Fisher, for example. Fast guy, but what else can O'Neal Fisher offer for his teams? O'Neal Fisher has no official spot or position. He's the guy that you just put in on a regular basis. And O'Neal Fisher is my friend. And I tell you as it is.
So
Devon
Kyle is saying
Williams
that
need to be in the national team.
you must can convert somebody else to a centre back, a central midfield player. Hector can't even start for Fulham, much less.
So let's just be clear. And that's a perfect thing. One thing that when you're looking at players, you try to look for certain skill sets. You call up multiple centre backs, right, Kurt? So what you need to be doing is to look at who has the temperament to slot in that space, and who also doesn't have the propensity to actually lose the ball regularly, right? And you try to slot a player like that until they can find it. But you have a couple of options. The players that you brought there like Siobhan with it is a defensive midfielder, right? And also, I'm not going to touch the players who are not there, like your Lambert and those type of players, because those are also options, right? But you pretty much just need to be looking at players who won't lose the ball, have some amount of skill to them, have them head on them body,
And
right?
can pass.
And can pass, right? And they try to drop them in a particular system. System is the name of the game.
I
So
like how you
somebody,
mentioned Kevin Lambert's name. Lambert is another good one who was needed in this game today as well.
somebody asked what leave it Duffy deserve the minutes, or why
He
Oldness
play
was
for
in the team.
Luca Levy was in the team and play for above you. Luca Levy not good. That man
Sorry,
can get him
I have
yard.
to say the same thing. I'm
Oh,
because him play for Harbour View.
you're savage, Brandon. Come on.
Luca
No,
Levy
hold on, no.
it's not about being savage,
Brand Jamaica.
it's about being honest. It's not a problem.
He's in there for Brand Jamaica.
I am
Come
a
on.
Jamaican. No.
I have a Rasta.
I'm a Jamaican.
Yeah,
So
me?
we-
Brand
God.
Jamaica.
Luca Levy not good at
Put
all.
in a Rasta.
Oh boy.
None at
So
all. Him take about 7 minutes to
Hey,
get him
can y'all
first
hear me?
touch.
we have Rain
Who that?
Yeah,
in on our parade.
yeah. This is the first time on your channel. I've been watching it, and I realized that we got a lot of stuff talking about the team. And the first thing towards the team, our first person I blame is the JFF, Jamaica Football Federation. When you look about
Yeah.
all these countries playing football, you realize they take it serious. Jamaica and all, they never take it serious. And I wrote an email last week to the JFF trying to figure out, hey, why it taking so long for them to come to a contract deal?
Did they answer you, Rain?
Huh?
Did they
I'm
answer you?
Jamaican, man.
Did you get a
Oh,
reply?
No, they
JFF
didn't.
Did you get a reply?
did you
And
get a
that's the
reply?
problem. That's the problem.
Exactly.
Okay.
Patrick Star.
because
But
because Rain, we too are waiting on JFF to respond to
so
several
y'all
mails
did
that
the
we have
thing.
sent.
Here's
But
the
go
thing.
ahead. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. When I watched the match, I realized that okay, I know y'all on Hector. Yeah, Hector. He's not really a defensive midfield because for one, he's too slow. We need somebody who can change a game. We need a game changer. You understand what I'm saying? You need a game changer when you're playing football because you need somebody to make the plays. We got nothing but defense. We ain't trying to just defend and we ain't trying to park the bus. I don't play park the bus.
Yeah.
I know the United States team is pretty good, but we need to start to play as if we want to win.
We never had the choice with the players that we brought there, Rain.
So
And
so
parking the
Adrian, that
bus
is
is something we need to learn how to do as well because we need to know for defend a one love. We need to know for wall out in the last part. So it's
Exactly.
not a bad practice for learn how to communicate on the back line together.
but parking the bus would also mean you have more possession of the ball, right? And make more
Parking the
passes.
bus with the
Not for
pressure
Marina.
No,
with the goalkeeper, Jaden White.
because we
I'm
were given
watching.
7
I'm like,
defenders. So
the goalkeeper. I don't know. He just lost. To be honest, he lost. He don't
Play a
know when to
local ball
come.
game.
My whole point. And they haven't been playing for over a year and a half since the COVID. And you expect they're supposed to play as if they're world-class players. For one, they ain't gel together. That's a problem. If we ain't gel together, there is no need. There is no way we're going to play together.
Yeah, that's the
I
point
want to
right
ask you a
there.
question. What do you think about Andre Gray?
I like his effort. Apart from the one chance where he missed, personally, I like how him play. Him hold up the ball, and even though
That's the
he
thing.
lacks
That's
service,
what
him
I love
actually
right
try.
there. That's what I love. You said it right there.
He's a
He
fighter. He's a
got
fighter.
hold of play.
Rain,
See,
Rain, I agree with you, because earlier I said the same thing, and these guys on the panel said that he didn't stand out.
Come on, Brandon.
Rain,
he got.
Come on.
I
No,
have to
Listen,
applaud you,
listen.
you
Hold on.
you say
I
Gray
want to
stood
say
I
out.
have
something,
to
man.
applaud
You
you.
said he
Hold
stood
on.
out.
Give me a second, man.
He
Give me a
didn't
second.
stand out.
He got
You said
hold
he
of
stood
play.
out. There's a difference.
Never
You
stood.
see,
He
when
did his job.
somebody can hold the ball until your mate runs, that's a good thing. You
Him never
don't want
stand
somebody
out,
to the ball
Thank
and
you, Rain. Thank you.
just start
Thank
He never
you.
killing.
stand out.
He got all the play. He got
He wasn't
strength. He got
terrible. He wasn't
stamina.
All
terrible.
right. So what he showed
He
me
played
basically is that with, let's say, a Leon Bailey on one side and a Low on the next side, he can hold the ball up for bring them in at the attack. That's what I'm saying from him.
But
And like, for example,
I agree with you. I
Matax
totally agree.
never have that like a sticking element there. Matax have to try to break the back line, but Gray can bring in the two wide man in the game from what me I say.
Exactly.
Perfect. Exactly. I agree. So look at this. Look at this. What if we have Leon Bailey on one side and Michael Antonio on the other side, or Leon Bailey on one side, Ravel behind him, and McGee on the other side? You're telling me we can come to the World Cup with those four? The front four?
We can't, but I say, if I go back to the fans, to the comment section, Ray is saying Craig Butler, so I'm just going to just leave that out there.
Ray, see, Ray, I have to take back my 3 points from you now in a Ray. Come on, man.
Brandon, I said I'm just going to leave that out there. Rahman said that based on the players we have.
Craig Butler, man.
I'm touch on Craig Butler. Craig Butler went on Instagram Live the other day, right? And he basically, I don't know what's between him and the JFF, the more little personal little thing go on, but he basically stated that he has the experience in England in terms of coaching perspective, not player perspective now. In terms of the connections, actually advance some of the Jamaican and local coaches, but because of that little disagreement with the JFF, them just not using some of the connections. I understand some kind of rough for the with, but on the other hand, more time I hear him talk, him say more and contribute more. So I don't know what really are going, why film contribution can push up a little bit more.
Even if they develop the coaches in Jamaica, we still have a problem. Jamaica, we are still playing community football, brother. We are not playing a professional league.
So that's the reason why
we are still playing community football.
And the development of coach can help that, because if Jamaica have a system, we can look on today in the international match.
We have good coaches over the years.
What them qualifications, like what them international ranking. We know say if you can look on them and say Never Bell, a big coach. But in terms of him accreditations, how far is Never Bell's accreditation on the international scene? A big coach.
Never Bell would rather coach a schoolboy. Bro. Never Bell would rather coach a schoolboy team than coach a Premier League team. Because it's different. Never Bell a person deal with this.
Exactly.
You have to understand.
Exactly.
If you don't entertain them, man, they go
yes. Okay. Stick up in. I had the experience of coaching. Never been coaching for 5 years.
Understand me? I get that. So you have to understand the difference, brother. You have coaches who are good, but because of a community football and we're style in Jamaica, the man a big ball line for your player when the ball doesn't have any discipline. Our Jamaican players don't take this as a professional thing. We take it as a joke.
Do you wrong them though?
You stop coming training and you
do you wrong them though?
Like, and then the coach
That's the
Eh?
reason I'm saying, do you rank them though? Because if it's an international
Do we
level, you do have big star who take the man them training for a joke. In even the international level, Obama Young one day you take Arteta thing for a joke and come on the man them side late. And you saw reach him. So as I said, the coaches have to take a little more charge.
our rating? Where coach do with him? Where coach what the coach do? Coach are gonna try to appease the community by playing a baller. Arteta go put him down and money that club different. The man in around with their money, brother.
And why Jamaica can't do that? Tell me what you're afraid the fans. I know say some see them rough, you know. Jungle is them rough. But where the fans are gonna do? Attack the coach, beat them up. Why it is that we can't develop
Brother,
it and take it out of jungle?
and some
Above you is a
community coach
good
never get beaten.
Portmore
Some
is every
community coach never get beaten.
you attack like
Whether
every
you think
side
it or
of
not,
Jamaica
some
is a bush
community
side.
coach will get beaten.
Can we move fast a little
We
one
just
day?
need to be
I think
more
that's what that
as a nation.
So I'm correction. Raman says, based on the players we have, what do you think about a 3-5-2 formation? So he's looking at what Jamaica or Tapa could have done differently.
Could have gotten us a higher score.
Would have
No,
gotten a
man,
higher
that's too
score.
negative. Yeah, man, the
that's
3-5-2 too
expansive.
negative.
Who are the five in
Bro,
the
if you're gonna
midfield?
play
What me you want to know?
if you're gonna play 3-5-2, you have to have a man who can pass. Today we did not have a good passer in the squad. We did not have a playmaker in the squad today.
I
Luckily, you said
agree. We had
today
no
we have
playmaker,
them nice
correct,
squad.
exactly. But
But we
hold on,
do
hold
I
on.
mean,
Gray could not get.
Jamal tried,
Is it a
but
3-5-2 with the future? Is it a 3-5-2 with the future players or the
If it,
prospective players,
he's
or a 3-5-2 with
asking
today's players?
he's asking based on the players that he had today, what you think about a 3-5-2 formation?
A 3-5-2 would never work with the players we have today. But moving forward, the prospective players that we may possibly have, a 3-5-2 is not a bad idea. But with Tapa coaching a 3-5-2, oh trust me, every coach will have field day with us.
And that formation needs chemistry
No, man,
because
Tapa
you
will
see those
stick to it.
two wide man have to get back and have to talk to those three man run at the back. You need a chemistry to play 3-5-2. New players can play that formation there.
And you also have to take into consideration you're playing against the United States with
No, we have to
the
stick
wing
to
back,
True.
the left back
formation.
and right back are players who play pretty high and they are quick.
Yeah, Kurt, we gave a
Very quick.
formation on the channel a couple days ago or so that people can actually check out as well.
Personally, for me today, I think instead of Morrison, Tia should have started Omar Oles to try and contain the middle with Hector today, because Morrison,
Thank you. I agree. Totally.
from the first 10 minutes, man tired, brother.
Yeah, but Morrison was Morrison in the middle, or was Morrison starting
I
up
say
top like a false nine? I
Omar
don't know
Oles should
what
have
are the
played.
thinking.
No,
But
we played 4-2-3-1. Morrison was playing as a
and
right
just
attacking midfielder in that top three.
Oh God.
Right behind
I think he should have
Andrew Gray. We started off a 4.
Omar Oles and push Palmer up more. So Palmer could have tried to supply low and Gray more, but that wasn't the case, and that's where I think was the issue. The starting 11, I think Omar Onef should have been in the defensive along, because if it was to me, wouldn't start Hector. Would I rather put Tilt in and push up Liam more in the
We just needed one central defensive midfielder who could have passed today. That's all we needed. One person who could have Lego the people up front. Just one with you. I'm not really business of who it was, we just see one single person.
We
It would
needed
make a difference.
we needed a lot more than what is there today, you know, but that's for a different
But
discussion.
not killing the side, we get to see going forward. For me personally today, the 4-1, yeah, people are gonna say boy, but to me, I am glad this game happened for us to see our future side going forward, and it looked good. Honestly, our back line is going to be better. The midfield, which we already know,
What is going to be
Raven
better?
and DT and Maggie and those guys.
Oh,
we are
hold on,
going
Our
to
hold on.
back line.
What is going to be better?
Him said
The
back
back line.
line.
All right, remind me who was in the back line again.
Before or now?
No.
No, he's
You have
talking with
keeper
everybody.
Before
With
I know.
everybody
wide.
fit.
No, man, I want to know about today.
No, I'm talking about when everyone comes back in. The back line will be
Alright.
better. Because
Okay.
you will have better midfielders to take the pressure off. Today we just soak up all the pressure, brother. You must expect goal of a score. Because there was no
Alright.
midfield today to contain nothing. The
Yeah,
defenders
no
didn't do bad. More
protection.
didn't play bad.
No
So
protection.
the players that are fielded to run at their defenders, but one defender shine pretty well and then another disappear.
Yeah. And I'm glad though,
Okay.
because it shows.
Okay.
So we have competition in our back line. So every man will think them games see if I go step up.
Do we want to get into
I disagree.
whose game
Damian
is
Lowe has to
safe?
start.
Won't go
Damian
there
Lowe
just
game is safe. Damian Lowe has to start in the Jamaica team. Has to.
I agree.
That's what you think.
Kemar Lawrence has to start in Jamaica team. Kemar Lawrence has to
Brother,
start.
the
Andre Blake has to start.
3 man in our back line right now, Fred. Right back, 1 centre back, and a left back. Taxi
I
came
would
right
say-
now and the front.
I would say the only person in the
Didn't
back
rate the
line
Garlic.
who is comfortable right now is the keeper. Everybody else,
The only
from what I
person
saw
right now in
today,
my
have
back line
competition.
comfortable like keeper.
Yeah,
And
man.
I
Yeah,
agree.
man. Facts.
Keeper alone
Facts.
right now
Facts.
until we get competition for him to
Keeper alone.
right.
Everybody
now,
else have a
nobody round
competition.
my back not comfortable. And
I
that's good
disagree
for
Nobody
us
because
not
going
safe.
forward.
Kemar Lawrence has to start in the Jamaica team. Has to. Kemar Lawrence, Damian
What
Lowe,
We're
you
not
saying?
arguing on the point.
and
We'll
Andre
just
Blake.
accept the point.
So just a
I
final
dare to
thought.
defend that one.
Just your final thought. How you feel about the program going forward?
If I for me, I'll go first. Going forward, if the JFF get everything, and I wouldn't say the JFF alone, because the truth is, for me personally, 7,000 a match is too. If the JFF offer 3 and the guys them accept it, then more to work with that. Hopefully they can. But going forward, I see we qualify if we get everybody together and on the same page. We have a good team.
You said 3,000?
Yeah. And we can
That's a slap in the
afford
face, man.
3,000 a match, and along with them thing they would go up to 5,000, 3,000, and if you and bonus would that be probably 2,000. I would agree with that, but to say 7,000 a match plus bonus, I don't think that is feasible. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's a stick up.
Well, see,
That's
now
my
jump in.
honest.
No, I don't agree with it. I don't agree.
We're not going to jump in for the money conversation because I'm saying I'm going to wrap up now. I'm going to run out of this now.
Yeah.
But I would just say, looking at the game, we just try to pick a best level with the players missing on strike or on the new players. From what I see so far, Blake will walk back in him side. Right, Mariappa make a point today for the right back position, him push forward and get in 2 nice whipping. In terms of centre back, right?
Mariappa did what?
Mariappa is what? Mariappa is what?
Mariappa did what?
Excuse me?
Maps game show, man.
Mariappa did what?
He made a case.
Maps
he
did
said-
well today, man.
Yeah.
He said Mariappa made a
if we get
case
on this,
for his
then
game.
Mariappa game would gone on the right back.
Yeah, because with the defensive
If we
line
get
that we
on
have
this,
now,
Mariappa game gone.
yeah, with the defensive line now, I'm going to see Mariappa getting back a centre back game. Right now, team competition is a push whosoever we have on the right back. right? So I see make a case today for that game there.
Mariappa is not ready.
All right, let's give my little small wrap up. You can count it for a year time. Center backs, right? Peanut didn't have the stellar debut that we expected, but more look like him right in name on the starting 11. So
Remember,
I'm gonna leave.
Peanut get a knock before the game start, yeah?
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave that little center back place blank for anybody who wants to step up with a
Players
local
always get knocked.
or international. Over to the left, I see good competition there. So both Taxi and Bell, I want to see some more games from them before we really decide who will get it. Central defensive midfield, I don't see nobody, honestly, of who may I look for. In terms of going forward, Palmer make him claim. We have to see who will compete with him because on the forward line we don't know Bailey's Morrison, Bailey, Low make him claim. So I just close off with that my little side for the day. Anybody else? Fight feet.
Bro, you forgot your camera room for to come in, right?
and Bobby Reed is.
Oh yeah, I forgot about one them still
Kemar
on Monday. And Daniel Johnson for the little central defense. So there are players out there, so I guess that's just a positive for me when we see a good side can actually build. On paper, them just as equal on name as Mexico and USA.
That's a great thing for me.
We have depth and a good squad. We just need chemistry. That's my last take.
Right now, that's the greatest thing for me going forward. I see we have depth that we didn't have in a long while.
Yeah, I see someone saying that Jamal Lowe have to start over Bobby Reed. People mentioning Antonio.
It's just that people give him a safe again.
Come on. Moody goes so far, man.
Them say Ravel play at as a number 6
Brother,
at Lazio and at West Ham.
Safe again. Every man have to go work.
People
Not
in
Bailey right now game not safe.
Not even Bailey game right now safe. If Bailey have 2 bad game, you can see somebody try to take him game.
What kind of madness is this you're talking about?
I mean, what
Take this thing too far, you know. When you got too far.
Push this thing a little far now, you know.
No. You see, no.
Bailey has not
you
shown
can't
the
say
farm that
that
he
because
showed in Bayern Munich.
Leon
I'm not talking about him farm, you know.
Bailey,
Just I say competition
Leon
is there. Competition is there. That's what me I say. Even for Bailey,
There's no
competition is
competition.
there.
Yes, which is
no
good.
competition for Leon
At the end of the day, Bailey
Yeah.
have to play. Have to
If
play.
you're not on farm, you should be in the
regardless.
Remember that same community ball game, something that everybody done lick out on before for say, yo, the baller can do what him do. So the baller can have bad farm. Just because him name Bailey, him can't bad farm, but him have to play. That's what you tell me.
You have to on farm to play, man.
Hold on.
That's because, you know.
Having a bad form right now.
We see Ozil a play for Arsenal and him no good and still I get game.
Oh Lord, why Eddie bring up back Ozil?
Exactly, of course.
Bring up Ozil and Arsenal.
I agree.
Some people, I don't say the thing set.
Brandon, don't agree with no Arsenal.
That's good for me. That's all more.
I am not an Arsenal fan, but fuck Eddie speak facts.
That is good for me.
Eddie speak facts. Pulisic is not getting game time at Chelsea, and he's Captain America, right? Pulisic is not playing for Chelsea at the moment, but he's Captain America. Leon Bailey has to start in Jamaica team, without a doubt.
No, but if he's not on farm, Brandon, if there are other people who are playing better than him at the time.
Well, let's put it this way.
Christian Pulisic is not on form.
You have to think about form. I'm talking
But
about
the fact is, we have been playing Leon Bailey in the squad. He not do nothing like when do a Bayern, Liverpool. Leon Bailey has not done what he has done on the club scene for Jamaica. You know, you not act like him do it. Him do it. He's not a good ball and great.
Anyway, you have nobody else. You have none of your wingers are close to him. That's the difference. None of them. Not one.
To the comment, when I say Bailey is not how to put it, somewhat safe, you know. Still the star player. However, what I say is that with the amount of persons when we just hear say miss out, like a Bobby Reed, and Daniel Johnson, we have the depth. Forgive Bailey the need for fight for him game. That's all me that
Bailey
say.
don't. Okay. Okay, sir.
And that goes for everybody in the Jamaica squad. Nobody game is sure right now. And everybody needs to come with them A game. And we agree with that. I think it's time to wrap up. It's in the comment section blowing up and persons saying that JFF political issues are what is holding us back. Fans out there, keep continue to put in your comments. Click that like button and share with your family and friends. This has been a very long anticipated day. The day is finally here and the match is over and we are disappointed with the result. 4-1 in favor of United States. A few positives. The defenders look good. Brandon said great hold-up play was good, as well as Jamal Lowe stating a claim to be part of the team going forward. Leave your comments or continue to leave your comments in the comment section below. And we want to thank those persons who voted before the match. And the results are in. And the result. When they said Jamaica going to win, 52% of over almost 500 persons voted and said Jamaica going to win this. 33% say US would have won. And the game ended 4-1.
Right with my vote.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of our live and look out for more as the football season progress, as well as other sporting events. This has been another episode of Sports Down the Middle. Be blessed.
Subscribe.
Thank you.
Big up in yourself.
Yeah, man. Big up.
Big up all of the people who passed through.